Hi Robert, Phil Beever here from the Wilderness Club. Just want to recap on our lesson the other day. So if we look at, as you take the club away, we're going to see very quickly that one, the club head goes outside the line. So what I mean by that is if we draw a line in your hands here, we're going to see your hands go to the right of this red line. And that very first move causes the club face to open. So we can already see, I know it's a little bit blurry because it was a miserable day, but we can already see your club face is pointing on this angle here. If I just lean that there, that way, there we go, that angle. So she's pointing up to the sky. Okay. We look at this guy here on the right. If we draw a line on his hands, we should see that his hands move inside that line, which they pretty much do, but also that club face is pointing in a very different position, and his club face is pointing down to the ground. So he's just pushed the club away with his shoulders, and there's no manipulation on his hands. And our analogy was with if he was wearing a watch on your left wrist, you can tell the time at this point, where the guy on the right can't, because the face of the watch is still pointing to the floor. So, and that just causes you to get in a very open position at the top, which is really why, I mean, we can't really see it because you've just gone outside the screen here, but, you know, look at this club face there. I mean, that is wide open at this position here, Robert. We can really see that where we look at this guy coming back here. I mean, look at the difference of his club face. It's completely different. His is pointing, like I said, still at the floor, and yours is pointing straight at the sky. So that's one of the reasons you hit it high and a little bit shorter than you wanted to. And we started the day, it was 6 iron, we was pitching it about 90 to 100, and at the end you got like 4 or 5 where you actually got it, what we was trying to do, and they were pitching like 130, so it's well worth the effort. And the feeling really is to try and push it away with the shoulders, but again, that left wrist to bow at the top or go be straight. Yours tends to cup. So if we look at this guy at the top of his swing, we can see there his left arm and wrist are all parallel or all match, and his left wrist is flat. Where with yours, as you swung it a little bit longer, it tends to cup and get a little bit open. So I want you to push it away with the shoulders, Robert, and then as you hinge the club, make sure that left wrist and left arm is one line. Second thing is we just put a head cover, you know, just not a very good drawing, just here, you know, on the outside of the ball there. The one that just fixed two things, that line's picture's gone, that fixed 2 things. One, you missed it on the way back, and 2, you just missed it on the way down, because sometimes on the way down you can see now we're going to hit that little head cover again, where you just come a little bit from the outside and across it. So just put head cover there as well as a drill. But you can see where the club face is open, you've got real no power getting through it. You look extremely stuck. Look at this foot, it's not really turned all the way around. Pelvis is still stuck over there. Where when that club face gets more neutral, we can get you unwinding and to a full finish. I mean, look at his foot, nicely balanced, and his pelvis is straight down the target line or slightly left. So work on that for me. Work on getting that, push the club away with the shoulders, no hand rotation. Let that left wrist and left arm get flat. You can practice at home indoors, I showed you that. And then on the way through, really rip through and turn through as fast as you can, Robert, to get that body unwinding and unstuck, and we should see some massive